Hi, this is Ingrid. Let's talk about care for creation right here in Fort Benton, Montana, and how it can be beautiful and inviting to all of our community. I love those prairie smoke flowers. They're Geum triflorum. They have many other names: old man's whiskers, torch flower, three sisters, long plumed purple avens, lion's beard, or three flowered avens. It is a spring blooming perennial herbaceous plant of the rose family. When Pastor Tim and I moved into the Fort Benton parsonage in July of 22, we agreed to mow the lawn. One trustee made a comment about the cost of maintenance and water. When I suggested we could improve the landscape using permaculture, he asked for a plan, design, and budget. We have begun working on that and more. Pastor Tim asked if I would create a green team and lead it. Also, recently, as a church, we have started fundraising for ADA accessibility, and we will integrate this into our project as well. So yes, let's reduce use of water and cost of maintenance, but there is more. We are called to care for creation. However, if you are like me and forget, you get distracted or busy with life, I sometimes even forget to take care of myself. So we need reminders, grace, and guidance to get back on our path. Our church chimes remind us with kind sounds. Similarly, our garden with the chimes will be a loving reminder for us as community to take care of this land, of each other, and all of creation. This is a purple prairie clover, and it's also a native species. The picture here shows a cistern made from a culvert, and it can hold about 1,100 gallons of rainwater or snow melt. Montana is very dry, and every raindrop and snowflake is important. Rainwater capture is an example of permaculture's principles of catching and storing energy. We will improve the ground sustainably following the three permaculture ethics of earth care, people care, and fair share, and learn to use the 12 principles of permaculture. Here is the work at hand. We're setting goals happening right now, building inclusive community, such as inviting less able-bodied and Blackfeet and Chippewa nations. That is happening now. We will be performing water, soil, sun, wind, and energy audits, creating a design and obtain funding, and there will be an unbreaking ground in the spring of 2024, implementing all of this over a few years, not all at once. Permaculture calls for slow solutions. So, for example, we will not rip out all the grass. It makes for a good soil foundation to add other plants. Garden with the Chimes is already engaging with various members of the congregation, an elder lady, for example, as well as a 13-year-old boy who is a descendant of Chippewa Cree, but also the greater community, such as the Master Gardeners Club and a retired Forest Service botanist. I want to learn more about this land. Fort Benton was the first white settlement in Montana. It sits at the last steamboat stop on the Missouri River and had peaceful trading with Blackfeet people until the gold rush. Nearby is the Rocky Boy Reservation, which was established in 1916 for displaced Chippewa Cree that had been living on other tribes' reservations. We hope to connect with both tribes and learn about their history and land management. This picture is showing braided sweetgrass. Rather than being a chore, a lawn to mow, we want to connect with the land in a spiritual way and enjoy and celebrate together. S'mores, anyone? The parsonage is also part of this land, and we want to make its garden an inviting place to gather. We plan to make it ADA accessible and add a stone patio with a fire pit, surrounded by seating and potted plants, and maybe a trellis covering. Ingrid would also like a laundry line. Last but not least, we hope to take the old vegetable patch and upgrade it to a greenhouse where we can grow healthy foods to share. We already have started with a compost pile to help improve the soil where needed, and we will add a mulch pile as well. So what is next? Do you have ideas? Do you like to garden? Who do you know? I invite you to share. The Garden with the Chimes will showcase our care for and interdependence with creation. Caring for this land will help us to build and strengthen healthy and redeeming relationships, including with our ancestors and original inhabitants. We will do so with our careful plans, kind words, diligent labor, thoughtful prayers, and community celebrations. Welcome to the Garden with the Chimes. And in the picture is showing a Brown's peony. Bye-bye.